A ban of ostracism is imposed upon a person, either man or a woman, for the following 24 reasons. Man or a woman, let's see commentary. Most of the instances there is Talmudic mention of a ban of ostracism concern men. However, a number of cases, see Rosh Hashanah 31b, Moed Katan 16b, Nadarim 7b, also involve women. Okay, so I guess the way I remember, it's from because of the immodesty, immodest behavior, or something like that. So for 24 following reasons, so let's see commentary. In Brachas 19a, so it's also Talmud, mentioned that this is the number of reasons for which a person can be placed under the ban, 24. But explained only several of these 24 reasons. Very interesting. A significant number of the reasons are also mentioned in Yerushalayim Talmud, Moed Katan 3.1. However, the majority of the reasons mentioned by Rambam below were gathered by him from many different passages throughout the Talmud. So, for me, it's like it's mind-blowing how it was such a living person as Rambam, who knew all of the texts by heart and who could compare all of them and derive Halachah. Right? So we try to remember what was said in two different books, and sometimes it's hard, but he knew all of them by heart. Continue. So we start with list A. A person who disgraces a scholar even after his passing. So that's actually what we learned before, but let's see. Brachas 19a relates that the ban was imposed on a person who disgraced the scholars Shmaya and Naftalion even after their passing. So these Shmaya and Naftalion were the greatest in the nation of Israel. Both of them were converts, and some clowns, even when they were alive, and one of these clowns was a Kohen Gadol, who was ignoramus, and he made the fun of Shmaya and Naftalion and all of their students that follow, right? He called them idol worshippers. And they answer him. I don't exactly remember that answer, like a word to word, but something like you descend of Aaron, like Aaron would pursue peace. Why you creating strifes? You understand? That's two greatest people. Okay, continue. B. A person who embarrasses messengers of a court. Commentary. Kiddushin 70b relates a Rav would impose a ban of ostracism for this reason. So basically, so one side comes to a Beis Din, right, and said, I have a case against who? Against such and such. So they dispatch a messenger to invite that person to court, right? And this person's like embarrassed the messenger of the court. So I don't want to deal with you. And basically embarrassed. So we have to respect. So this messenger did not come to us just because he had nothing else to do, right? He's representative of the court. So when a person embarrasses him, he embarrasses actually the Jewish court, right? We put him on a ban until he comes. So C, right? Meaning number 3, a person who calls a Kalik a slave. So let's see. Okay, so it says Kiddushin 21:8. Okay, not good to call somebody a slave. Next one, D. A person who ordered to appear in before court at specified time and did not come. Commentary C. Bava Kama 112b and also Silchas Sanhedrin. Okay, so we say and he did not have explanation. He just ignored. So people who think that something is important in their life, they're not late. I know a person who said, I'm not organized, I saw late, but I told them, look, have you been late ever to his job interview? And he changed many jobs. He said, never. Guess what? Never. He would come, make sure he would get up at 4 in the morning, probably, right? To make sure that he would come there by 9, even it's only 1 hour drive. Right? So that person who did not come to court, so it's most probably he ignored it. Next one, E. A person who treats even one point of rabbinic law with disrespect. Needless to say, this applies regarding the matters of scriptural law. So that's okay. So let's read the commentary, and we're going to explain. Guys, it's very serious topic. Maybe all of this that we said before that does not apply to us too much, or we don't have encounter with these people. But this one is the most common. So one more time, a person who treats even one point of rabbinic law with disrespect. 108. Commentary. Iduyot 5.6 relates Rabbi Eliezer by Hanoch, who placed under the ban for raising difficulty regarding the practice of washing one's hands, a rabbinic ordinance. Right, so it's very interesting. So we have seven rabbinical laws, right? 613 is biblical and 7 rabbinical. So one of the rabbinical is to wash our hands before eating bread. So this rabbi, he was a very great rabbi, greatest rabbi, and he said maybe we should not wash our hands. It's very interesting, right? So for this, since it was accepted by majority, and it is accepted as a law. That's it. So after law was passed by majority, everybody must accept it. There is no second opinion. There is no you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to practice in my family. I'm going to do my way. There is not no such a thing in Judaism. So he was placed on this law, on this ban, and we know many people who would go like now forget about the rabbinical, but against the biblical. So technically, like for example, somebody said that some mitzvahs do not apply today. So the clowns would say we are weak generation, and that's why we don't do many things. And he would even say, what can we do? We're such a lower generation, but that's not what Torah says. Rambam said in his 13th principle of Judaism that one of the things, right, that Torah was given forever and ever, and that's not going to change. So Rambam does not specify there, but for the generation in which the clown comes and said that we are low generation, there is an exception. No. Does not say so. All of these people who said that this does not apply, that does not apply, and and we're talking about they deny biblical, right? Or for example, man who shaves with a razor, he's in that category. Or I had a guy like my former neighbor, right? So he started losing his hair, so he did not want to wear the kippah because he was a lawyer. And guess what? The lawyer's like, okay, where I was. So he was shaving his hands with a razor. So I told him a few times. I mean, you understand when it was shaved with a razor and when with like a trimmer or something. So I told him you cannot do that. You cut all of these things. You cannot cut. But of course he ignored. So just for this shaving, so you would say it's private. His private business. No, it's not private, right? So he would be put on this ban. Okay, he moved out. Baruch HaShem. So needless to say, this applies regarding the matter of scriptural law. Commentary. The case of Mishnah notes that Rambam uses this expression, treats with disrespect. Okay. If person transgresses a command, he is punished by other means. However, ostracism is imposed for causing others to view Torah rabbinic law disparagingly. Right? So that's two separate things. Right? So he treats with disrespect. Okay. So that's a big topic. So many people actually in this category, knowingly or unknowingly. Right, when they go against any rabbinic law, whatever rabbis say they go against, that's in that category. Or for another one, so for example, a woman does not want to cover her hair, So she automatically in this category, right? Because that's a Jewish halacha where a married woman must cover her hair. Okay.